Hey y'all, it's Vonnie with the Get Down Podcast, and we are back with another episode. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share this video with anyone and everyone that you know. Hope everybody's having a great day, a safe day, wherever you are tuning in to the podcast. Hope everybody's having a great day. Jet fans, I am sorry to bring you this news, but it looks like you guys are going to be splitting with Aaron Rodgers. The news just broke out recently that he made the decision to depart from New York, from the Jets, and he will be moving on to another team. Sorry, Jets. Sorry. So let's see what ESPN had to say about this article. Let's dive right into it. Jets Aaron Glenn said players upset over Aaron Rodgers' decision. 2 weeks after announcing their Aaron Rodgers bombshell, the New York Jets continue to deal with the fallout. Coach Aaron Glenn on Tuesday acknowledged that the team's decision to split with the future Hall of Fame quarterback upset players. I don't know why they put the air, quote unquote, around the word upset, but as you guys also know, Aaron Glenn, he was the defensive coordinator for the Lions, so now he's the head coach for the New York Jets. But some players on the team, they're not really feeling him splitting the team. They're not really feeling him going his own separate way and doing his own thing. But, I mean, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. One of them was a star defensive tackle, Quinnen Williams, who posted a thumbs down emoji along with another rebuild year for me, I guess, on X when word of team's plans leaked February 9th. Glenn said he spoke privately with Williams about it. Yes, I have talked to him, Glenn told reporters at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis. And listen, I understand the reaction of the players, but I'll say this. Every decision that me and general manager Darren Mogi, I believe that's how you say the name, correct me if I'm wrong, make is to win and to win now. So I understand that, but again, listen, this is not going to be the last decision I make that's going to upset some people, and that's okay. But as men, we talk about it. We make sure we keep it in-house, and that's what we're going to continue to do. So obviously, the splitting ways of Aaron Rodgers from the Jets, Aaron Glenn, he had something to do with it. And there's a lot of players that really don't agree with him doing that. They wanted Aaron Rodgers to just retire really from that team. But to be kind of split early, now that the season is over, the season is not going to start till late fall, this had to happen now. From what Aaron Glenn pretty much said, he knows players are gonna get upset, but you know what? This had to be made. This decision had to be made. Now that he came from a winning team and he's with the New York Jets, he's gonna do what he can to move around some stuff and to actually get the Jets back on a winning record, because right now they're not. And with Aaron as quarterback, they weren't doing much either. So I understand, I get it, but, a lot of players, they're not really feeling it. They're not really feeling it. At the end of the day, all the players, once you around them so much, they build a strong relationship, but this decision had to be made, and I get it. Glenn and Mogi addressed the Rodgers decision for the first time since it was formally announced by the team February 13th, but neither provided much insight into the thought process. Rodgers, 41, finished 25th in quarterback rating and led the Jets to a disappointing 5-12 record. Clearly, they want to distance themselves from the Rodgers era, although Mogi, unsolicited, tried to clarify a report that Rodgers was told he couldn't return unless he quit the Pat McAfee show. As you know, all the sports people that like watching all the sports channels and things like that, he is part of the Pat McAfee show, and they actually do the show together. So he was like, hey, Rodgers, if you want to return, you have to get off that show, because you can't do that. You can't do both. So, obviously with him splitting from the team, that's not gonna stop him from being on the show. So he made his decision to actually stay with the show and just go ahead and split from the team. And I get it. 5-12 record, come on now. You want your team to have like a good record. You want them to always go to the playoffs and then hopefully win the Super Bowl. But some teams, they just can't never get over that hump. And some teams just always have a losing record. It don't matter who's the quarterback. I will say this, there was never an ultimatum or rules of encouragement for Aaron to potentially join the Jets. Mogi said, alluding to multiple conversations with Rodgers that never happened. AG and I had a lot of dialogue, a lot of conversations, a lot of good thoughts, and just felt at the end of the day it was the best thing for the Jets moving forward to go in a different direction at quarterback position. Hey, I get it. Even Jets fans, y'all didn't have a good record, but did y'all really want to keep Aaron there even though y'all weren't really going anywhere? Aaron should be retired. It's time for you to hang those cleats up. Aaron, you gotta hang the cleats up, the shoulder pads, the helmets. You need to put all of that away at some point. Hopefully it gets to the point, but we won't know. We won't know. Glenn made it clear in his introductory news conference last month that he wasn't comfortable with being bombarded with Rodgers related questions from the media, and he amplified that sentiment Tuesday with a comment that shines a light on his team building philosophy. I don't want to disrespect any of the players we have on our team, and it kind of pisses me off. And some of the players that's what we're talking about. Glenn said, you have Quinnen Williams, you have Quincy Williams, you have a AVT, Elijah Vera Tucker, and now you have Joe Tippmann. All those guys need to be respected as far as winning games. So I'm assuming these are probably the linemen, all the players that he announced. And you gotta respect other players too on the team. But like I said, Aaron Rodgers, with him being just the name, that's where a lot of people kind of fell into it and stuff. So let's read a little bit more. After 2 years of orbiting in the Rodgers universe, the Jets' new Brigamy wants to break free and chart a new direction. At quarterback, that likely means adding a veteran in free agency. The only experienced quarterback on the roster is backup Tyrod Taylor, 35. Glenn called Taylor a good player, but he said it's premature to anoint him the starter, noting the team will explore options in free agency and in the NFL draft. Okay, I can definitely understand why Aaron is saying that. You do. Even some stats from Tyrod Taylor. I mean, his stats are not really good. They're trash. I'm being honest. They're trash. They're really down the hill. But I mean, if I was Aaron, I wouldn't make him the starter either. I wouldn't. Just my personal opinion. The Jets, who have the number 7 pick in the draft, are open to moving up or back, Mogi said. The Jets have $24 million in cap room. I told y'all, once the player splits from a team or they get cut, that salary cap, it starts to open up more. So now it's more money in there, more money involved in here. But they can more than double that figure, getting an additional $29.9 million in cap relief by releasing wide receiver Davante Adams, who carries a $38.3 million cap charge, a league high number for a receiver. For any top receiver, Davante is the highest. Both Glenn and Mogi were non-committal on Adams, 32, a longtime friend of Rodgers, who likely will be released before the start of the league year, March 12th. Davante is on the team right now. Mookie said, obviously we have a plan there, and in the next few weeks we will kind of address that issue. So while Rodgers is surfacing his little story and everything, Davante is the next player that they're going to be talking about. So, we'll see what happens. But Aaron Rodgers, he is doing a split with them. So this is Get Up right here. And I'm pretty sure they have something to say about Rodgers. But let's take a look to see if they have to say anything about him. Nope, close that. Alright, here we go. So, right now, the question is being asked, could the Rams pivot to Aaron Rodgers if team moves on from Matthew Stafford? So, if the Rams move on from him, Aaron Rodgers could potentially hop in that spot, but we won't know. I don't think that would be good. I mean, it's really just time for Aaron to hang up his cleats and stop playing. He needs to go ahead and retire. I don't think he should be playing anymore. Why are y'all even talking about him being traded to another team? No, okay? Tom Brady is out. Jason Witten is out. Zach Martin just retired. Aaron, you are right up there with those other guys. You're right up there. You should be retiring. You shouldn't be thinking about, oh, let me see what team I'm gonna. No, man, hang it up. Hang it up and just retire. Just my opinion. My opinion. Low priority. Low. No, not at all. Nope. Yeah, that's Hasselbeck. He's right about that. He's right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Worse than I could ever even imagine. Malik came to me.
Yeah.
I made that boy. It's not part of me. It's dead. It's us.
That I agree. I do agree with that. So the Rams are definitely not trying to go backwards or anything like that. They got Matthew Stafford, and he's gonna be with the team probably 3 more years at the most. If they can get another Super Bowl with him, I mean, they good with Matthew. But right now, this is not a time for Aaron Rodgers to be going to that team. Really, to any team. But I don't know. Okay, this is the next clip. So let's see what this other question. What is the latest on Aaron Rodgers' NFL future? Well, let's see if they decide whether he should go to another team or not.
Have you ever been victimized by an African American? On the war, off the job? My mother is in the Women's Softball Hall of Fame. So, my brother and I spent most of our childhood traveling around to watch her play. This one time, we're at the game and I had to use the bathroom. So my mom sent Jimmy to go with me. We get in there, it's dark as hell. I finally start to go when I hear voices. Up, and I see these 4 older black kids.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, they just start pounding Jimmy. You know? And the thing that kills me is rather than stay and get beat up, I run to go get help. And by the time we came back, you know, with my mom and her teammates, Jimmy had been beaten to a bloody pulp. What do you think that means, Mac?
Well, you heard it here, folks. The question is, does Aaron Rodgers have another good season in him? I mean, this is a older quarterback, probably one of the oldest quarterbacks really playing right now. I think Russell might be behind him. I'm talking about quarterback, not coaches. And you see the stats. Rodgers was 5 and 12 as a starter with the Jets, 63% passing percentage, 28 touchdowns, 11 interceptions last season. So I don't think he got another season in him. I think he needs to go ahead and just hang it up. Go ahead and retire and just enjoy your life. Because now you got an older quarterback that other teams are looking at. And like Dan said, you got to think about the roster. You got to think about who might be the backup quarterback to him if he do get another landing position. So all of that plays a factor into it. But to me, in my honest opinion, I think he needs to go ahead and hang it up. Nobody wants to see you play anymore. You've had your time. He has Super Bowls. I mean, Aaron, he's done it. You know, there's nothing more that he needs to achieve. But if you feel like he got another season in him, okay. I don't want you to injure yourself, Aaron. I'm just saying. Don't want you to injure yourself, but anything will happen. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a fat thumbs up. Comment down below what you think of this video, and share this video too with anyone and everyone that you know, whether they like sports or they just want to hear people give their feedback and comment on something. Also, while you're at it, hit the notification bell and subscribe button. That way you can be notified when I drop videos on this channel. And if that is all, always stay prayed up and stay blessed. And I will see you guys in the next episode.
What?